It got real emotional. It got real emotional there for a minute.
I know.
But the whole topic is emotional. Like it really is something that's emotional.
About yesterday was meeting my 18, almost 19-year-old son at his first day of college, and it was a cool little trip, down memory lane, hopping in the DeLorean, hitting 88 miles per hour. Are you a freshman at the university? Speaking of, but so it felt good again for the father to step up and be there for their child in a very special moment for his life. So, shout out to God for making me available. It's just blessings on blessings.
But so how has co-parenting been? Like, how long did you co-parent, like, from the divorce to now? Like, how long has this co-parenting relationship been going on?
Well, like I mentioned, I think on something on a sidebar was it would have been our 18-year wedding anniversary just earlier this month. No disrespect, but it's been about 8 years. So we almost made it to the 10-year mark. To the men of Penn, look in the mirror if you found yourself married at 9 years and say, is this relationship worth X amount of bag or my peace? Long, hard look. You hit that 10-year mark, the praying mantis comes out in full strength with that alimony. Not only alimony, but child support. So if you can get before the 10-year mark, alimony, you're out the way. And you can just deal with child support. Because if I had been on alimony too, a few more months, I got saved, by the skin of my teeth under that 10-year mark. Otherwise, she'd have been getting bag after bag after bag. So men of Penn, listen up.
So how was it exactly co-parenting with the child that you have that's in college?
Yeah, co-parenting. I'm on child support. I pay my money, comes out. It's going down every year for the next 4 years, 5 years.
For 19 now.
Yesterday was a great example of how it works. I always find myself in positions of going to the kids' games, practices, hell, even coaching all their youth sports. So she wasn't available. That's the co-parenting. So from physical, even though she had primary custody, just because she's at that house don't mean that quality time is there. And look, so, I'm up.
Yeah, but what about visitation and things like that?
I'm on paper, 70, 30%. I'm every other weekend. I'm like a Disneyland dad, So
okay.
when I get them, it's every other weekend. Yeah. Here's co-parenting in a nutshell. The less I speak to her, the better. It's just because we have a schedule on paper.
Okay.
So it took a while to get there because we used to argue back in the day, but it's since she's had a dude, like I almost looked at us as like teammates for a while. Like, hey, yo, she's happy. She ain't coming at me. So help me help you, for a minute. But then shit just went left. We almost got into it a few times. I had to pull up and, cops came. It was like stupid. So like we learned lessons really early on in our relationship that we've never had to like throw blows or nothing like that, even though it's come close a couple times.
When I first started co-parenting, there can be some tension. And I offer this to everybody who can do it. I just didn't want to interact with him. Like I didn't want to see him. It was tense. So we came up with this arrangement, even though it was a little bit outside of the paperwork, was I dropped them off at school Friday. You pick them up at school on Friday. And then I'll pick them up Monday after I get off work. So that way we never, this is, people who have younger kids can maybe do this. We never had to see each other. And it worked out fabulous. So like how you said, the less we talk to one another, the better it is. Because if we could communicate well, we might still be together. I think it's a good thing as far as co-parenting.
I love the paperwork. And I think even for myself, a lot of it, we're getting very frustrated with how the other parent is responding to things. But a lot of times when we see that the other parent is really emotional and we might be able to balance out those emotions, we have to navigate around all of those emotions. So as a parent, when things aren't really truly accommodatable for the child themselves, pick up and drop offs or, financial dynamics, like all of those different things. sometimes, you know, me personally, I've had to like either just deal with it on my own to figure it out, or, you know, just really figure out how to have those conversations or be really patient with the fact that it's not going to happen right now. When you do that parenting, co-parenting class, when you have children together,
Yeah.
it was really helpful. Like it helped me to be patient with the other parent. I remember even apologizing because I was a complete jerk. When you do that parenting, co-parenting class, when you have children together,
Yeah.
it was really helpful. Like it helped me to be patient with the other parent. I remember even apologizing because I was a complete jerk. But in reality, I had to learn how to navigate the emotions of it when it came to the process, because our child sees that and they're taking that as the example of what they do in the future. And I'm always really conscientious of, she may end up in this situation later in her life where she has to navigate these dynamics, and I want her to see something that's really healthy. And I mean, that's why we're divorced. Like, I